Hello, this is Marcus here from EV Journey again, and last week we had the episode where I drove from Tavira in the Algarve to Lisbon and we checked what the charging situation was like in Portugal. And now this weekend, just 1 week later, yes, today is the 30th of July 2023, I found myself again in the Algarve. It's Sunday and I need to get home. So where am I? I'm actually here in Miio shopping. And we want to drive all the way just below Lisbon there where my house is. The car's at 79%. Now, let's see, I could probably just about get to my house. 79%. It's saying I get there with -1% battery. So if I was to drive a bit slower, I could probably do it and get there with around 5%. I don't want to do that because look here, it's currently 12:30 and I'm hungry and I want to get something to eat. And this shopping centre here has lots of places to eat. It's really good. And just behind us here, because here we're undercover, but just there to the right, we'll have a look in a minute, they actually have the Superchargers. And Superchargers, currently there's a 10-minute wait. Now I'm not going to a Supercharger because it will charge too quickly. So this current situation of Superchargers at 12:30 is that there's a 10-minute wait. I'm at these slow chargers all along here. And as you can see, they've got many of them. 11 kilowatt chargers along here and a 60 kilowatt charger there. So I'm on an 11 kilowatt charger. That's actually a 22 kilowatt charger, but the Model 3 can only pull 11 kilowatts. So I'm charging slowly. So what's my plan? It's not going to take me 1 hour and 45 minutes to eat, but I am going to go to quite a nice restaurant, I think. So I'll probably stay for a bit less than an hour. That will give me perhaps an extra 10%. And with that 10%, that'll be more than enough margin to go home. This video is going to be very similar to the one last week. We're going to stop at all the chargers, Tesla and non-Tesla chargers, on the way from here near Lole in the Algarve, all the way to Miio, just south of Lisbon. We're going to check the charging situations because this is a busy weekend and Tesla supercharging hell. We're going to do it again and test again to see if this weekend is worse than last weekend. Now last weekend I left later. We should probably be leaving here about 1:30 today, I guess. But we will see. Currently the Miio shopping chargers are busy. We just have a quick look at that. That's what I'm going to do. So please remember, if you do like these videos and if you want to help out the channel, if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, and you definitely should because they're great cars, please use my Tesla referral code below. And here we're charging with the Miio app, and if you want to use Miio, we should do in Portugal because it's great for non-Tesla chargers, then install the Miio app, and my referral code for Miio is also below. So I don't want to get too close and film people, but you see all the Tesla chargers there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. And there's a queue of Teslas there. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 4 Teslas waiting now to get to the chargers. They're saying that's a 10-minute wait. So yeah, so the situation here, 12:30, is quite bad at the moment. So I'm going to get something to eat while the car is currently slow charging. So when we come back, it'll probably hit at 90%, something like that. We will see. So I've just had a very nice meal, and up there it is busy. There's lots of restaurants, you know, the normal takeaways, McDonald's, Kentucky. This was a little Portuguese place. Yeah, so I'm full, and it looks like the car's full. So I had to queue for the food. It took about 10 minutes to come, and then to get a table and stuff. But anyway, so it's 1:35, so I've been there just a bit more than an hour, and currently the car is at 99%. It says 35 minutes remaining. It always says that because it's going to do some calibration or something. But we're going to go now. So as far as I can see, there are 14 22 kilowatt chargers along here, and all 14 are being used. One is actually blocked with a petrol car. There's 2 60 kilowatt chargers just there, and both of those are being used. And let's have a look at the supercharger status. The supercharger status now is 20 minutes. So I'm going to unplug and let's get going. So we're leaving now. We're at 100%. Navigate home. What does it say? It says we're going to get there with 25%. More than enough. And look there, look there. It looks like there may be a Tesla waiting for the 60 kilowatt charger. Would that be correct? No, perhaps not. Yeah, all the DC 60 kilowatt chargers are full and all the AC chargers are full, apart from the one where I've just left, and we've got a petrol driver blocking one. Let's have a look at the current Tesla situation. It does say 20 minutes, and I can see, if you can see there, there's 2 Teslas queuing. No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like there's 5 Teslas queuing, and one of the stalls isn't working. So in fact, it could be 6 Teslas queuing. It says here one of the stores doesn't work. So is it still saying 20-minute wait? 25-minute wait now. So it's gone up. So the first thing I wanted to point out was I did arrive here with 79%. I did actually charge earlier this morning in the McDonald's near where I was staying. I had a nice egg McMuffin. Come here with 79%, and this was extremely convenient for me because I wanted to have lunch, and I like the food here. And also the other advantage was charging on the slow charger, we were completely in the shade. As you see with the Tesla chargers, there's no shade. Now let's just say I got here with 20% and there wasn't a queue in the Tesla. It doesn't matter. I got in, drove my Tesla car in, started charging on the Supercharger to get up to say, let's say 90%. It would probably take 25 minutes, but 25 minutes is too quick. It wouldn't be convenient for me to go and have lunch. Unless I got something like a really quick McDonald's or something, but I just didn't want fast food. So I'm just making a point here that what I did here was extremely convenient for me, and we've got enough range now to go home, so that's important. So we're going to go to the next non-Tesla charger on the motorway as we did last time. The video I did last time about the charging situation in Portugal, there's a link below. So if you haven't seen that, have a look at that. And yeah, we're just currently it's 33 degrees Celsius outside. I've got the air conditioning on 19.5 Celsius. We're just going to get on the motorway now. I'm going to try to keep to 120 kilometers an hour. Hopefully there won't be any traffic en route. It says here it's going to take 2 hours and 7 minutes. Might be a bit slow because it's going to stop everywhere. But yes, currently in Lole, 25-minute wait. But we went slow. Go slow for our charging session. So we're just coming up to the first service station that's got 150 kilowatt charger. This is the Galp service station on the A22 near Lole. Let's see if it's being used or not. Is it being used? Yes, it's being used. What's it being used by? It's being used by a Mustang Mach-E. So there's currently a Mustang Mach-E is charging there. So last week this was available. So let us just check the supercharger situation in Lole. It's only 14 kilometers from here away, so only driven 14 kilometers. So that one currently only has a 15-minute wait. So 12 minutes ago it had a 25-minute wait, but now it's a 15-minute wait. Yes, you know, Teslas do charge quickly. There's always a lot of driving in and out of Tesla's chargers. Shall we check the one in Alcácer do Sal? Let's check the one in Alcácer do Sal. Currently there are 3 available in Alcácer do Sal, so there's no waiting whatsoever in Alcácer do Sal at the moment. So this, for a summer weekend, the 30th of July, currently 2 o'clock in the afternoon, this is not so bad at the moment. This is not so bad because a lot of people are perhaps returning from the Algarve to Lisbon or to Porto after they've had their holidays. But yeah, so far all is good. So we're on the A2 now, heading north, and we're just coming up to the service station in Almodóvar where they've got Ionity chargers. Now they've got 6 Ionity chargers, 4 of them are new, and last week only 2 were working. The 4 other ones hadn't come online yet. So let's see if these ones are currently online or not, the new ones, and let's see if there's a queue. The road at this current time is not that busy. I can happily do 120 kilometers an hour. Obviously it is earlier, it's only 2:30, and last week we were coming past here later, I think 6 or 7 o'clock or something, and there was a lot more people. So it's not a direct comparison, but it's just nice to see this at a different time on a day that should be extremely busy a bit later on, perhaps. But the Supercharger is definitely busy. So let's have a look down here, shall we? And are they online? Because there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 EVs there. So there's a Tesla and a Mustang are charging, and the other 2 EVs are waiting. Yeah, so the Ionity chargers, the 4 of them, they haven't been put online yet, and they desperately need to be put online as quickly as possible. So yes, that's bad. So the non-Tesla chargers this week are doing really badly, but last week they did better. We're going to go to the next non-Tesla service station in Algarve. Yeah, and just to let you know, it's 36 degrees Celsius outside, so it's hot. I've got the air conditioning on fully, and yeah, and it's still saying we're going to get home with
27% of the battery, and I can definitely do 120 kilometers an hour. So let's go up to 120. Here we are. Yeah, I forgot, but let's have a look at the Alcácer do Sal Supercharger. What's the situation there at the moment? Yeah, still free available in Alcácer do Sal, so that's great. What about Mar Shopping, where we were earlier in the Algarve? Mar Shopping, there's still a queue. What's the queue now? Oh, the queue is only 10 minutes now. 10-minute queue in Mar Shopping, that's fine. And 3 available charges in Alcácer do Sal. So if I wanted to, perhaps I could even charge at Alcácer do Sal Supercharger. Not that I need to, not that I want to, but yeah, that's going well. And the current pricing at the moment for the superchargers is 33 cents per kilowatt hour. So obviously a lot cheaper than the energy chargers we've just seen there. We're coming up to the Algestral services. Galp. This has got 250 kilowatt chargers and 160 kilowatt charger. Now in Alcácer do Sal, there's a 5-minute wait, which is obviously is nothing. That's fine. So that seems good there. There's still not much traffic, which is good for me. And there's only a 5-minute wait in Lolé. Superchargers are not too busy at the moment, are they? The Lolé one was busy earlier, but at the moment everything seems good. 5 minutes really is nothing. And we'll turn off here and we'll see if non-Tesla superchargers are doing better or worse, because last week the non-Tesla superchargers were definitely doing better, but not this week. So we've got one old 50 kilowatt charger, and then we've got 150 kilowatt and 160 kilowatt with shade. Can you imagine? Yes, with shade. But the old 50 kilowatt doesn't have shade. There's the old 50 kilowatt charger, and if I was with my ID3, this would be a good place to stop because it's available. And I did stop there a lot, just to top up the ID3 20, 30, 40%. Didn't take too long with a 50 kilowatt charger to give me the push to go home. So that one's good, that one. The 50 kilowatt charger is being used by a Mercedes, and the 160 kilowatt charger is not being used. I'll actually go and check if that 160 kilowatt charger isn't actually broken. But is it, I think it's a Mercedes plug-in, or is it an EV? I don't know. Yeah, the 160 kilowatt charger is working. It's green. Yeah, and this one's plugged in. This one's plugged into Type 2. Yeah, it's some plug-in car. It's not an actual real EV. It's one of these fake plug-in ones. No way they're taking use of the Type 2 cable. That's good, unless the Zoe driver comes up and needs it. But I guess it's better than using petrol. We're going to stop here, and then the next place we're going to stop at is going to be in Grandola. We're leaving now. There's a family with a Kia EV6 that I think can charge up to 220 kilowatt, and they plugged it into the 50 kilowatt charger even though the 160 kilowatt charger is available. So I went up to them and I asked, why are they plugging into this 50 kilowatt charger when there's the other charger? And they said, because the other charger's plug doesn't fit theirs, because on the other charger over there, on one side it's CHAdeMO and on the other side it's CCS, and they didn't see the CCS, whereas on the 50 kilowatt chargers all the plugs are at the front, so they're easy to see. So I told them to move and go to the quicker charger. I said it's at least 3 times quicker than their current charger. So they're very happy now, and they've just moved. I can see them now that they've just plugged their car into the 160 kilowatt charger. And the man, he told me, he said, "Oh, we're new to EVs. We haven't had it very long." And he thanked me a lot. So yes, I feel I've done a good deed. So I've helped educate an EV driver. Now they're getting 160 kilowatts instead of 50 kilowatts in their very attractive Kia EV6. Now this car here is giving out more black smoke than a cold power station. Doesn't really overtake that. Old Mercedes. Look at that black smoke. Unbelievable. So we're just coming up to the Grandola services. In Alcácer do Sal, there's now a 15-minute wait. It's a little bit long. Let's see what we've got here. So here we should have 2 160 kilowatt chargers in the shade. And to me it looks like, is someone using them or not? I don't know. We're going to have a look. It says Tesla Model 3 charging. He's obviously not going to wait 15 minutes Alcácer do Sal. And there is another car charging. What's the other one? Is that another Kia EV6, I think? Yeah, it's another Kia EV6. The 2 cars charging. We don't know how long they're going to be charging for, and there's nobody waiting. So perhaps not the best. Perhaps that Tesla Model 3 driver saw my video last week and has realised don't go to Tesla Supercharger if there's a queue. Just come and use the ones on the motorway. So something very funny happened yesterday. Yesterday I went to a beach in Spain, and there was a charger 50 metres from the beach. Well, in fact, there were 4 AC chargers 50 metres from the beach, and one was available, but it was in a car park where you had to pay for the parking. Quite a big car park. It was the main car park of the beach, I think. Anyway, there was a queue of 5 cars for the car park, but there was one electric charging spot available within inside that car park. So I spoke to the man and I says, "Oh, it's an electric car, I want to charge." I overtook the whole queue of cars waiting to go into the car park, and he opened the barrier to let me in. One woman got out of her car very angry. "Why are you letting him in? I've been waiting here for a long time." anyway, I just went through the barrier and went straight to charge the car. I did actually need to charge the car, so that was good on that AC charger near the beach. So there's another advantage of owning a EV. You can jump parking queues, it seems, in certain places in Spain. So we're coming to the last charger on my route now in Alcácer do Sal. That's not the Tesla Superchargers, this is a service station, and that one has got, I believe, 2 50 kilowatt chargers and one 160 kilowatt charger. Let's just check in Alcácer do Sal, which is behind us now, how long the wait currently is. So waiting at Alcácer do Sal is only 5 minutes, so that's nothing. Lolé currently is a 10-minute queue, so a bit more. 10-minute queue Lolé, 5-minute queue in Alcácer do Sal, and let's check the non-Tesla Superchargers. How's this doing? It's currently 4:45 in the afternoon. Yeah, no one's charging a 50 kilowatt charger that's available. Okay, it looks like there's a queue for the toilet. It looks like there's no one charging here either. One person charging on the 160 kilowatt charger, one person charging on the 50 kilowatt charger. So you've got electric Mercedes on 160 kilowatt charger. You've got, looks like an electric Volvo on the 50 kilowatt charger. You've got an ID3 waiting. A nice black ID3, nice. The ID3 is charging on 160 kilowatt, so that means the Mercedes is waiting, so there's a queue of 1 car for those chargers there at the moment. That's not good. So you'd be better off at the Alcácer do Sal Supercharger, which has only currently got a 5-minute wait. And it seems like it's taken me more than 5 minutes just to go around here. It is busy. Here they really need more chargers, because last week this one had 4 people waiting at the chargers. Yeah, so this one last week it had 2 people waiting to charge and 2 charging. And this week it's got 2 people charging and 1 person waiting to charge. Obviously the 50 kilowatt charger is available, so I didn't know why the Mercedes doesn't go to the 50 kilowatt charger. But the problem there is, if you miss the 50 kilowatt charger, there's no way to get back to it. It's badly designed, the roads, as you saw. So yeah, so here they definitely need more 160 kilowatt chargers without a doubt. I think along the motorway everywhere there's only like 2 or 3 chargers. All these places need at least 650 kilowatt chargers plus. As I said in my last episode, currently Tesla's not allowed by Portuguese law to add more chargers, or Tesla's not compliant to Portuguese law, whichever way around you see it. Auntie chargers, it's currently only 2 online, but when they get 6 online that should be good. But if every service station had at least 6, I think this summer hell of charging would disappear, at least this year and next year perhaps. But yeah, you can never have enough chargers, that's the problem. But today, if I was driving my ID3 now, my ID3 I would have to stop and charge on the way. I'd have been okay, because there's at least 2 50 kilowatt chargers available en route. There was one 160 kilowatt charger, so I would have been fine in my ID3 today. So that's everything I think for today. We've had a look at summer charging hell in Portugal. I don't think it's been as bad as it could have been. If you're a Tesla owner, definitely look at using non-Tesla chargers. That's the trick. If you're enjoying EV journey, please click subscribe. It's really easy to become a friend of this channel. You don't have to pay any money, you don't have to go to Patreon or locals. We don't ask for anything, we just ask that you click subscribe, and the people who click subscribes are friends of the channel, and currently we have over 1,750 friends. So thank you, my friends, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode, another insight into charging on busy days, on busy routes in Portugal. It's not so bad, definitely doable with a bit of planning. So thank you again, and bye.